Hello dear friends, we have already passed through so many portals that we should be very enlightened if they had worked, said Mirages. Opinion piece. It has already started. Silent missions. Order in chaos. Bank runs begin. Spiritual collapse. The door is open. It began this year. It will be a rebirth. This is the moment. Mirages on the road. A new chapter starts. 2026, year of rupture. The dominoes are falling. Prepare for an avalanche. Let's start. 2026 will not be the beginning of the collapse, but its acceleration, because the collapse has already begun this year. A day will come when the confusion will be so intense that only those who listen to their inner voice will be able to continue. That day has already arrived. 2026 will not be a storm for those who are prepared. It will be a rebirth. Times will not change because the powerful decided, but because humble souls hold the light when everything grows dark, said Chico Javier. The time has come when we can no longer be mere observers of the awakening. We must become active participants in it, because this is no longer a planetary mission, but a spiritual revolution. A quiet conscience is the divine voice speaking softly. Listen to that whisper, said Chico Javier. The year 2026 will bring a natural separation between those who vibrate at the new frequency and those who remain asleep in the old programming. It's not about reward or punishment, but about incompatible frequencies, like water and oil, which cannot inhabit the same space without altering each other. Do not impose your awakening, because the path of ascension is service. Share your light, and those who are ready will come. The new humanity will be built with small acts of solidarity. No one can go back now and make a new beginning, but anyone can begin now and make a new ending. A decisive year. Chico Javier foresaw 2026 as a decisive year of rupture, when the old materialistic world and the consolidation of a new world based on truth, love, and expanded spiritual consciousness, accompanied by visible global changes in society, politics, nature, and planetary energy. His prophecies for 2026 speak of a spiritual and planetary transformation. According to his messages, 2026 would see the collapse of the spiritual matrix that has kept humankind asleep under ancient power structures based on fear. This collapse will bring a massive awakening of consciousness and the fall of obsolete structures, the revelation of hidden knowledge and technologies, and an intensification of conflicts between the forces of light and darkness. Furthermore, he predicts that 2026 will mark the irreversible beginning of a planetary transition to a new era of greater solidarity, cooperation, and expanded consciousness, where the planet's energy will demand a profound inner cleansing of all living beings on a physical, emotional, and spiritual level. Those who don't adapt to this frequency could be broken, while those who align with the new frequency and awaken spirituality will evolve. These prophecies also speak of an increase in intensified natural events, which are part of the planet's purification, not as a punishment, but as a step toward a higher frequency. He describes the transformation as the end of a dark cycle and the beginning of an era of spiritual regeneration and expansion of collective consciousness. This is the moment. This is the moment to turn our gaze away from superficial drama and look directly at the truth. Humanity is called to transcend obsolete structures and remember its connection to something much greater, according to Geshe. If you stop letting politics dictate your approach, you might realize that the new era has begun, and with it, your entry into a new cosmic experience and reality. As the old systems crumble, you are being forced to awaken and see what is happening. The clues are everywhere. The world is going through the greatest global crisis. Despite the changes throughout human history, all people know are political maneuvers, while they lament that life isn't improving. The time has come to transcend the old way of life, because the system has already served its purpose. The matrix and its structures are not meant to be saved, according to Geshe. The dissolution of obsolete systems in plural is guaranteed. Their sole purpose was to experience life with limitations, to understand what it feels like to be spiritual being at the extremes of the physical world and duality. The test is over, and you did well. Dissolve. A whole new chapter is beginning, according to Samantha Ortlieb. However, until 2026 arrives, we will continue to dissolve blockages in the heart, clearing limitations, stories, traumas, and fears, until the March equinox of 2026 favors rebirth. Prepare for an avalanche. As the illusions begins to fade, we find ourselves at a crucial moment where the external world is shifting to align with the new collective frequency, according to Celia Wilder. This profound transformation is a wave of energy sweeping across the earth, forcing the truth to emerge like an unstoppable tide. This wave of energy is powerful and relentless, urging both individuals and communities to confront their reality that has long been hidden behind layers of deception and manipulation. The transformation we are witnessing today is the fruit of the spiritual awakening of individuals, according to Jan Castle. This is occurring on an impressive scale, and therefore the forces of light joyfully await what is to come, the liberation of the false matrix. Humanity is changing every hour. The earth is changing daily, and the forces of light are spreading in a healing way, while the forces of darkness are awakening and dying out. Reset News. The release of the ISO 20022 standard on Saturday, November 22, 2025, will end the fiat currency system. In December 2025, the storm will reach its peak with the collapse of the system. Scientists at CERN will be arrested for developing particle weapons. The BRICS alliance imposes one-to-one currency parity, channeling seized assets into sovereign wealth funds. In early 2026, the global relocation of wealth will reach its peak, linking currencies to sovereign memory. In 2026, the global monetary reset will begin with the abolition of the QFS, eliminating legacy debt and transitioning 209 countries to multipolar sovereignty. Debt slavery will end when mortgages and illegitimate taxes disappear, Starlink frequency increases as the electrical grid is protected against sabotage. More than 200 nations adopt the QFS gold parity, rendering fiat systems obsolete and establishing unbreakable blockchain security. Humanitarian vaults expand with sized assets channeled into verified accounts, eradicating manufactured poverty forever. The activation of the QFS accelerates as blackout protocols are implemented. The Great Awakening intensifies as hidden technologies are unleashed, propelling humanity into an era of abundance and sovereignty. Bank runs begin as private credit loses spread. When investors start withdrawing their funds, a crisis affecting the financial system could occur. This situation is a warning sign to prepare for a possible major collapse. According to Mr. Poole, the cabal's command network has lost more than 70% of its operational nodes in the last 12 hours. Its servers are down, and its secret communication channels have been disrupted. The system is crumbling. Mr. Poole adds that the signal has been sent. The shift is no secret. While the old world was distracted, the new network, based on quantum healing, zero corruption, and a system that can no longer be manipulated, was set in motion. The old world of control is collapsing. The new one is bubbling beneath the surface. Level 4B has been silently activated. Access codes are being moved. This is no longer a theory, it's online. Meanwhile, the global reset is set to eradicate artificial poverty, the manipulated system, and generational control. The dominoes are falling and the network is being rewritten. The future is no longer in their hands, but in yours. The door is open. Breaking news. According to Kerry Cassidy, Charlie Kirk is alive and in protective custody. David Wilcock explains why they tell us so openly what they are doing to us. Secret meetings between the White House and Moscow are sinking Ukraine, according to Sorchafal. Zelensky officially rejects Trump's peace agreement. Netanyahu claims Israel is still at war with Rome, and that the US is the new Roman Empire. Tech billionaires are leading initiatives to create genetically modified designer babies. Jim Stone predicts that the combined power of artificial intelligence and quantum computing could lead to the plagues described in the Book of Revelation. Mirages on the highway. Trackers report encounters with vehicles that appear and disappear without explanation. These phantom trucks or cars are said to materialize on isolated stretches of highway and vanish upon approach. Many describe seeing lights approaching in their rear view mirrors, only to find nothing when they look again. Spain. The Supreme Court has sentenced the Attorney General of Spain, Álvaro García Ortiz, to a 2-year ban from holding public office and a fine of 7,200 euros. The Supreme Court's sentence leads to García Ortiz's expulsion from the Public Prosecutor's Office in accordance with its internal regulations. The Pope are asked to stop the desecration of the Valley of the Fallen, This plan would affect important religious symbols such as the large cross, the access staircase, and emblematic sculptures like the Pietà and the Evangelists. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.